6 matches, 3 championships, 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches, and at least 1 failed cash-in. My name's Tom Colohue, and today we are going to be talking about the preview and predictions for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Triple H likes his pay-per-views fairly trim, so I've got 6 matches lined up: an Intercontinental Championship, a Women's Championship, a World Championship, 2 ladder matches. This, of course, recorded before everyone has fully qualified, so I'm going to lay out who's in what match, what championship is on the line, and what I think the result is going to be. Beware of spoilers ahead for Money in the Bank. We are starting with a rematch for the Raw Women's Championship, which is currently on SmackDown for reasons unknown. Bianca Belair challenging Asuka one more time. Bianca Belair has worked extremely hard and put on some great matches over the last few years. I see her taking a break after this one. I don't see her being on the SummerSlam card because I see Asuka retaining. I definitely see this match opening the show. I just think with any crowd and with any division, Bianca Belair has been the show opener pretty religiously under Triple H, and she is delivered in every possible way. When we get to the ladder match, I'll be basically laying into what I think is going to be happening going forwards and how Rhea Ripley plays into it. Rhea Ripley not booked for this one, but I would be opening the show with Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Next up, we have ladders. We have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and for this, based on who's already qualified and who hasn't yet, I have a 6-man field of Ricochet, LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, Butch, Santos Escobar, and Cody Rhodes. I definitely want to have Cody in this one for the merest suggestion that he may one day finish the story. There is a lack of heels in here. LA Knight would have to do a lot of the work as basically the only heel option. Butch, Santos Escobar, Ricochet have a lot of people behind them, but Shinsuke and Cody would be the main challengers and the main men pushed leading into this ladder match for me. Cody Rhodes, by the way, would not be winning because of the good old-fashioned Brock Lesnar of it all. Lesnar would be turning up, throwing Cody around, not winning the briefcase. Shinsuke Nakamura would be winning the briefcase in this particular field. I know that LA Knight's a very popular choice. I know that a lot of people think this is going to be LA Knight's year, but to be entirely plain, I do not see a successful cash-in on a men's world championship before WrestleMania is reached. I just don't see it. Shinsuke Nakamura for me cashes in, but fails to beat Seth Rollins at some point over the next few months, possibly SummerSlam after all. As regards Cody Rhodes, Cody will be going up against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. He needs reason to basically keep that feud going. He's also still carrying an injury. For me, it adds to the odds and the overall booking of Cody, mostly led by Vince McMahon at this point, to be in and lose the Money in the Bank ladder match. Our third match is for the Intercontinental Championship. We have the champion Gunther defending against Matt Riddle. Now, there are also rumours of Matt Riddle being in the ladder match, but it seems pretty clear to me that there is a date with Gunther in Matt Riddle's future. We can at least go a little bit strong style, and it continues to show the overall diversity of Gunther to have this match. But also, I don't think Matt Riddle has the slightest of chances in winning this Intercontinental Championship. Riddle's been all over the place recently and is essentially waiting for the return of Randy Orton for RK Bro to reunite and challenge for the Tag Team Championships when they are split. More on that and spoiler warning and in videos to come. But for me, Imperium are at the top of their game. Gunther fully deserves lots of championship defences before he eventually does lose a championship en route to a World Heavyweight Championship. For me, Gunther defeats Matt Riddle. Our fourth match is the World Heavyweight Championship. It's Raw again. It is Seth Rollins defending against Finn Balor. Finn Balor is, of course, one of the big head honchos of Judgment Day, and by, of course, one of, I mean the only one who's been consistently losing matches recently. But with the fact that we've had Dominic Mysterio involved with Seth Rollins, Damian Priest had a great showing on this week's Monday Night Raw against Seth Rollins, Finn Balor's the one. Even though he's already wrestled against Seth for this championship in the tournament, I do feel a championship defence is on the way. It also guarantees quality. Seth and Finn have had many matches, and all of them have been extremely fun to watch. They are very much their own little New Day versus the Usos feud. Seth Rollins is going to be a fighting champion. He's going to be defending the title a lot. and no, he's not going to get a lot of main events. Fifth is our women's Money in the Bank ladder match. For me, I have Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoey Stark, Michin, Io Sky and Raquel Rodriguez in this one. This combines to be a strong selection of high flyers and Io, Zelina in the way that they can work in the air and with the ladders. Raquel and in fact Becky working as more physical grapplers who can throw people around. There is already a storyline, of course, when it comes to Trish Stratus between Becky Lynch and Zoey Stark, so Zoey Stark would be the obvious choice here. What I do see though is a win of the briefcase for Becky Lynch. That would tick off the last opportunity for one of the big name victories for Becky. She's already won a Royal Rumble and was originally scheduled before it went to Rhea Ripley to win this year's Royal Rumble as well. Once again, I do not see a successful cash-in for Becky Lynch. My expectation is that she attempts to cash in on Rhea Ripley at some point soon and is stopped by Zoey Stark and Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus, I feel, will be vanquished pretty succinctly by SummerSlam, leaving in future more work between Becky and Zoey and an actual match between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley still to come. Rhea Ripley would be winning that one. Outside of that, there is an opportunity, I feel, for Io Sky to be a contender. Io versus Asuka, I feel, will be happening regardless and could well be our SummerSlam match. That said, I feel it could go a little bit further because that could be a championship change and Asuka has not exactly had the belt for very long. This leaves our main event with no championships on the line. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos. I think SummerSlam will be the next WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, WWE Universal Championship defense, I should say. I feel that will be against Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso turned his back on Roman. Solo made it clear where his loyalties lie. This will end in a beatdown of Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso deciding that enough is enough. The story could end at SummerSlam with Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns, but personally, I do think this one goes all the way to WrestleMania and Solo Sikoa. Money in the Bank will be taking place on the 1st of July. We will be hosting a live watch party for it. I implore you to check it out. Spoiler warning, we'll have plenty more information and there will be more spoilers in videos ahead. But the matches that I believe will be at Money in the Bank are Bianca Belair challenging Asuka, Ricochet, LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, Butch, Escobar and Cody Rhodes for the men's Money in the Bank briefcase. Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against Matt Riddle. Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoey Stark, Michin, Io Sky and Raquel Rodriguez competing for the women's Money in the Bank briefcase. And Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos in the main event. Let me know what matches you would have and where I'm massively wrong. I've been Tom Colohue, thank you and goodbye.